Hello guys, and let's have another lesson of the explosive Russian geography today. First of all, because there are lots of sites that were targeted there, but also because I'm worried that one of the very important victories of the Ukrainian armed forces may remain unnoticed. And it actually led to the largest single-time loss of Russia's air defense assets in Novorossiysk. All of our attention was focused on the damage of the oil terminal and the seaport there, but the Ukrainian drones and missiles, and that was a combined attack, totally paralyzed Russia's air defense and destroyed lots of their S-400 launchers and Panzer systems. Also, an oil refinery in Saratov and an oil refinery in Ryazan were set on fire, which means more problems with oil products, more problems with fuel in Russia, and actually all of this already influences Moscow, the capital of the Russian Federation, one of two cities that sincerely worry Putin. Moscow and St. Petersburg. When people will feel the lack of oil products, gasoline there, this can seriously shake the Kremlin regime. So let's discuss a bit of these destroyed locations, legitimate targets, and how they speed up the defeat of Russia. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, and if you want to see Putin in The Hague, subscribe. I'm sure we will discuss that on the channel sometime really soon, and please share these videos to spread the truth and demonstrate your solidarity. So let's begin perhaps with this update from Novorossiysk. That is a big Russian port located on the shores of the Black Sea, and importantly a location to which the leftovers of Russia's Black Sea fleet escaped from Crimea after we destroyed their headquarters there and now stay in Novorossiysk. It's also an important oil port, oil export port. The terminal was seriously damaged days ago, but during that combined attack on Novorossiysk with Ukrainian modified missiles Neptune, the ones that destroyed Moskva warship and actually started the collapse of the Russia's Black Sea fleet, and Ukrainian drones, we targeted an extremely important location, a military site that many experts, what's interesting, NATO experts, OSINT experts, say can be compared, this operation can be compared to a spider web or the sinking of the warship Moskva. So actually it was an important location of Russia's anti-aircraft missile regiment that possesses a lot of S-400 systems, Panzer systems, and a huge stockpile of missiles needed for that. And in the results of the combined Ukrainian attack, we learn the example of our enemy. It's difficult to stop, combined attacks when there are drones, there are missiles, and especially when we clearly see that Russia's air defense is thinning. So in the result of that attack, at least from the satellite images that can demonstrate us a lot, that is another difference of the 21st century war, when you not only have to rely on the work of intelligence services or something else, you can literally see that from above in a couple of days. So in the result of that attack, we managed to destroy 4 S-400 system launchers. That is a lot, and a lot of Panzer S systems. This is great because not only Russia uses these air defense systems to protect their troops on the front lines in the temporarily occupied Ukrainian regions, they can sometimes target Ukrainian cities with air defense missiles, which is crazy because they are not accurate, they are not developed, for precise strike on legitimate locations, but it's not the Russian approach. And also why so many launchers, expensive, rare launchers were located near Novorossiysk, because Novorossiysk is one of the most precious locations for the Russian war economy. There are 4 big ports that export oil, that store oil, that help Russia earn something with the help of the shadow fleet. That is Tuapse, numerously paralyzed by the Ukrainian drones. That is Novorossiysk, the one we're talking about now, Ust-Luga, often visited by the Ukrainian drones, and it's really near St. Petersburg, so that's the kind of killing two birds with one stone. This metaphor suits here very well, not only paralyzing the work of Russia's war machine, but also sending the message to the population of Putin's most important city, his hometown, where he began his bloody criminal career. And one more is, I have a list of this, one more is Primorsk. So two of them located on the Baltic Sea and two others on the Black Sea. And three of them were already marked by the landings of the Ukrainian drones. Each of such attack leads to loss of millions, if not billions of dollars, and it's deadly for the Russian economy. You clearly see they do have problems. Now you'll be surprised to see the size of my cup, and it's really autumn style weather here, November style, so I do need some warm things, especially after I had a cold, so I'm sorry for drinking online, but you see how I use your coffees. So anyway, that was the largest single-time loss of Russia's air defense assets, leaving vulnerable Novorossiysk, so subscribe to get more updates from Russia's explosive locations. Also, what's important, these days were bad for more of Russia's oil refineries. Those of you who missed the updates from them, I have news from Saratov, Novorossiysk, and Ryazan oil refineries. These are very big refineries located in the European part of the Russian Federation. And now we may honestly say that all the European part of the Russian Federation is very vulnerable and the air defense is thin. And just imagine how much faster we could have destroyed Russia's war economy if we were allowed to use long-range missiles to target legitimate military sites and oil refineries deeper inside Russia. How many innocent lives could have been saved with such totally just and logical approach? And this could actually protect more countries around Russia, some of which are NATO members, EU members. But according to the Kremlin propaganda, according to the Kremlin plans, are within the reach of the Russian army. The sooner we defeat this monster, the sooner we destroy their military capacity, their economic capacity, the safer are the European, American countries are. Because for the survival of this monstrous empire, they need constant wars. And trust me, if not just Ukrainian intelligence, but British intelligence, German intelligence are speaking about Putin's idea to attack one of European countries in the coming months or the next year, they are working on that. Just as I did not believe that full scale was possible back in 2022, you may repeat this mistake. Don't. But we have all the chances to destroy these plans by destroying Russia's oil refineries, by destroying their arsenals, their air defense. We do that with Ukrainian missiles, Flamingos, with Ukrainian Neptunes, but imagine how much faster and more effectively we could have demilitarized them with the help of long-range missiles. And honestly, taking into account all of Russia's war crimes, all the violated international norms, the Budapest Memorandum, and many other factors, I do not understand why Ukraine is not allowed to use long-range strikes to defend itself, to defend NATO countries, to defend the world. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think? But I can guarantee you that we are determined to keep doing this work, because it's not just important for the survival of Ukraine, it's vital for the restoration of the international order and law. And trust me, even across the ocean, you need that. Law and order is important for your children, for your families, for your streets, for your cities, and for your countries. But Putin seems to lose a lot, and economic sanctions are working. And right now, what's very interesting is that they literally need to buy oil products because many of their oil refineries do not work. They have a lot of crude oil that keeps exploding in various depots. So they are looking for the ways to hide that crude oil in India or China, that because of new White House sanctions keep saying, no, thank you, we don't need it. We don't want any negative consequences for our economies. In the world of predators, it's always like that. Then they need to, so like Russia is losing tremendously. They don't have where to hide their crude oil. They have to buy oil products from other countries. Unbelievable for the country that was the gas station of the world. And all of that cost them a lot. With an empty budget, they are on the brink of the decision to halt the pumping of oil, and this will simply cancel Lukoil Rosneft way faster. Subscribe to witness that together, and do check a new video on Anna Danilchuk channel where we speak about the real dangers of the civil war in Russia and why it's not my Ukrainian subjective dreams, but the objective fears of Putin's administration. Also follow me on X for more aggressive, like content. Follow me on Blue Sky, Threads, Discord, and Instagram, where I share more of everyday stories. And we already have a Christmas collection. It appears slowly, one by one, but do check the merch shop that turns you into beautiful ambassadors of Ukraine. And all of these products can be very meaningful seasonal presents. So thank you so much, and thank you for buying me coffees, becoming patrons and sponsors of the channels, but most importantly, thank you for being friends of mine and friends of Ukraine. Slava Ukraini!